Oh shit. Tatsuya, he's a damn actor, man. All that shit is fake. They don't come from that shit. All that gangbang shit, they don't come from that shit. Some of you guys might get it if you've seen the video. I know you guys, some of you guys are confused. There's a video of kid getting his ass whooped. He was faking it. He was faking being in the gang and shit like that. So the dude beat his ass. Anyway, um, Tetsuya, he's doing all these fakes and shit like that, and he's so fucking good that they can't tell whether he's getting ready to go up for a fake or a real shot or whatever. And they said the secret behind his style of play is they said he's so fundamental. He's strictly the textbooks. They say he's the opposite of Amine, strictly the textbook. So it's hard for them to determine what he's doing because everything he does is so refined and smooth. Okay, so anyway, Tepe, he's holding it down, and Kagami, what the fuck? Tepe, he's trying to hold it down. What the hell is going on? Anyway, he's trying to hold it down. Kagami, he's finally back in business. He's off the damn bench, and they're playing, and they're doing actually pretty well. They're down, they got nothing because this dude, fucking Murasaki Bar, he's shutting them the fuck down and everything like that. But what happens is Tepe, he awoke a sleeping giant. For real. Murasaki Bar says, I'm getting the fuck up. He said, I'm somebody. Period. He sat under the hoop whole game. If he would have done that from the beginning of the game, they might have had no chance. Anyway, Murasaki Bar, he's fucking everything up. He's killing them out there. He's dunking on every fucking body. He broke the damn backboard. He's breaking the players up, laughing at them, dunking on them, and all kinds of shit. And every time he does that, he's destroying them. I mean, they're getting hurt by him. Anyway, Kuroko, he's back and he puts in some work. So he comes back into the game, and he's the only basically saving grace against this motherfucker, Murasaki Bar. He's doing his vanishing shot. Now, they figured out the trick behind it. And Tatsuya was trying to tell Go can switch it up and make it into passes. He doesn't necessarily have to go for a shot. So they tricked them, and so they broke Murasaki Bar down where they could actually score and shit like that from then on. Because at first he was just unstoppable. There was nothing they could do about him. They still behind from the fighting for a comeback the whole time. Anyway, Kagami, he's getting zone, but he's fighting it too hard. You can't in the zone like that. I mean, they was talking about it. You got to let it happen naturally. You got to clear your mind out. He said that's how it works. You got to love the game. You got to have a clear conscience. It's almost like going Super Saiyan. You got to be pure. Bullshit like that. He also reveals that Murasaki Bar should not be able to go, into the zone because he doesn't like basketball, or so they think. And Tatsuya, even though he's really good, he can't in the zone. He just doesn't have it. He likes the game, but he's not talented enough. They said, well, he's good. Yeah, but that's all due straight to hard, fundamentally good, straight grind. That's how he got to that point. But they said that's about as far as he's ever going to go because he doesn't have the talent. He took him to that point, and I think that's one of the one of the points they're trying to make in this show is they're saying, hey, you can be as good as you want to. A motherfucker can be taller than you and just win. And that's the way with Murasaki Bar. He's just fucking big. Let's say if he was shorter, he wouldn't be as good as he is. He's good, but he wouldn't be as good as he was if he was 5 foot tall. It just wouldn't happen. That type of deal. And that's what Murasaki Bar is trying to say. Even though they say he hates basketball, I don't really think he hates basketball in that way. We find out later on he really doesn't. But what he's trying to do, he's having a psychological fight with a lot of people. He keeps saying that I'm right and you're wrong, and I got to prove that I'm right. And what he's saying is, and if you remember, they said that he's bad at everything but basketball. So all his life, everything else, he's been failing at. He's saying that everybody at, he was he didn't have a gift for anything else. So that's why he was losing. It wasn't a matter of him working hard. He could work hard and still lose. What the hell is that? He said he could work hard and still lose. That's what he was trying to tell people. And they were saying that basically everybody else keeps saying that, oh, if you work hard, you can win. The little engine that could. The little engine that could shit is not real. That's what he's trying to tell them. And that's what he's saying about basketball. He's saying that he's also proof of his belief that being that he's so good and so big and tall, and he said it himself. He said, I'm that big. He said, that's why I'm doing so good. He said, I'm good and big, which is a good combination in basketball. He says, they pretty much prove what he was saying, because even though he's on the other end, he's proven to them that just because you try hard, you're still losing. He's winning all his games because he's bigger than them. That's one of his main things, is he's big, even though he's good, but he's still, that's one of the biggest things. He's huge. So he's proven that, hey, that hard work and shit it's not gonna help you beat me. So he's kind of living out exactly what he thought. Being that I have an advantage in this game, you won't win. The little engineer could, so you can keep fighting as hard as you want and you won't make it. And that's what he's been going through all the way up until he got to basketball. So that's how it pretty much is with him, and he's trying to prove that to everybody. So what makes him mad is not the fact that people are saying I can work hard and get there. It's just that they're saying that he just doesn't like their their beliefs. He doesn't like the way the concepts of how this world works, because in his world you won't make it unless you have hard work, talent. You gotta have talent and hard work. You gotta have all that. He said the other guy can, or you can just have talent, and some people still make it. Like they at this point in time, he's not practicing. He's just straight raw talent at this point. I know he had a lot of hard work to begin with, but he's beating people just based off talent right now because he hasn't been practicing. So that's what he's trying to prove. Anyway, Kagami, he goes into the zone and he can't be stopped. What you call him even more Saki Bar at one point, he says Kagami's in the zone, we can't stop him now. So he's saying, hey, this dude is talented, so he's going to beat us. So that's another way of him trying to convey what he's thinking. His concept is, like I said, talent wins. Talent plus hard work is even better because he works hard. He ain't saying hard work doesn't count, But anyway, he's in the zone. He's punishing these motherfuckers. Now, Kagami also asks Kurosaki. I'm thinking Ichigo. Kuroko, right? He asks him, he says, hey, you ever been in the zone? Kurosaki. Kuroko says, no, he's never been in the zone. He's like, no, I never did that. Now, Amine says that the Generation of Miracles can do it. So that means that Kuroko, he's one of them. So he should be able to do it at some point in time. Kagami in the zone is fucking awesome. Basically, he's basically the same Kagami. It seems like he has more perception of what the person is going to do. He seems to be a little bit more strategic, and then he's faster and stronger, and he could jump a little higher. That's basically about the same. It's he's more perceptive. That's really the biggest difference, other than him just getting a boost all around. But I want to see this Phantom Zone. That's what I want to see. Kuroko is the fucking Phantom. I want to see him in the zone and see what the Phantom Zone is. So I think that's would be exciting to see. Anyway, the last episode of that season 2, in the last few seconds, Tepe, he comes back. Man, it's been a back and forth game, but they were getting punished for a while. Saren was getting punished for a while, but they're starting to come back. Tepe comes in the last few seconds, so he can still play because it's only a few seconds left. It's not like how much are you going to injure yourself in the last 1 minute? He come through in the clutch. They were going to lose if it wasn't for him because Kagami's zone was running out. Anyway, at that point, Tepe comes in, so it's like, oh shit. But then Morisaki, he goes into the zone. And it was like, what the fuck? What you call him? What's his name? Tatsuya. He's actually living in the same damn world that Morisaki Bar is living in, because he says, yo, I put a lot of hard work into this shit, and I can't compete with Kagami. He said, you have what I don't. You have talent. I don't have that talent. I had to work hard for everything I got. He said, I had to work hard for everything I got. So he says, if he would have been Morisaki Bar, he'd be even better. If he'd have put in the same amount of work and time and effort and everything like that, he'd be even better than him. But he's not. So he was mad that Morisaki Bar was going to quit. He was thinking, oh, I should quit because at this point in time, there's really no sense in playing. You know, he said, because Kagami can't be stopped right now. So he's saying Kagami's too talented. Another psychic, his psychic being shown. Anyway, he comes back in his zone, and you already know what that means. If the game would have lasted too much longer, they would have won. Pretty much, that's what it was. Kagami's able to block him a couple times. Kagami's getting ready to go out of the zone, but Tepe helps him, and that basically seals their fate. We should call him Morisaki would have actually been able to win had it not been for Tepe, because he was actually him and Morisaki Bar in the zone would have beat Kagami in his zone, which I like the way they did that, because Kagami is coming up too fast against the Generation of Miracles, a little bit too fast for my liking, you know. But that proved that in the zone, Morisaki Bar would win, so that was good. Anyway, at the end, of course, I keep saying Kurosaki. Kuroko, he actually saves the game. Because Morisaki Bar, he gets the ball and he's getting ready to go down to the court. They have a few seconds left. He gets ready. This was convenient. He gets ready to go for a dunk like he always does. And his knees give out on him. He says, fuck it. He says, my knees is hurting, but I can, you know, because he was doing all this jumping and whatnot. I mean, I understand his knees giving out, but it was like very convenient on the last shot, you know. But also that did happen, you know, to Kagami. So even though it worked for us this time, it worked against us at one point. His legs give out. He said, fuck it. He said, I'm right next to the basket. I can just throw this shit in. And he said, it's right there, you know. Of course, I mean, god damn, I gotta stop doing that. Kuroko, he comes out of the blue for the block. Out of the blue for the block. Ends it off right then and there. Like I said, I pretty much summed up everything I need to say. Great episodes. I'm gonna say 4.75. Like I said, we should call him Morisaki Bar was able to go into the zone because he does like the game. He just doesn't like the fact of how unfair it is. It's like there's no equal ground. Somebody's going to be better than you just because. That's what he was trying to say. Them developing was good. Them developing Morisaki Bar was even better. You know, he actually went to his zone. I was like, okay, that's good. We got an opponent being developed. Tetsuya, them being developed and whatnot, that was good too. So, yeah, it was a good few episodes. The only thing, like I said, seems like Kagami's doing a little bit too good for, you know, my liking. He was able to go into the zone when he needed to, you know, and all that fairy glitter and all that other bullshit. So that's the reason why I didn't say 5 out of 5 or 4.75. Very close, but no cigar. Okay, the height gave him the extra edge. Exactly. Even though they kept saying, oh, man, he's going so high. He doesn't have to go as high. If he jumps 2 feet and Kagami jumps 1.5 feet, I mean 2.5 feet high, and 2.5 feet is pretty high, he's going to still be up higher because he's taller and he got longer arms. Okay, you can be good, but there are those natural born inequalities that set people ahead of others. Exactly. Now you can do hard work can offset that, but if the other person working hard, then it's going to offset your offsection. I don't even know if that's a real word, but it offset that. I hated Morisaki Bar being big ain't a skill. Yes, it is in basketball. How is it not a skill in basketball? You're right there by the damn hoop. That's gonna help you get rebounds, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You could dunk easier, so that's a dunk is damn near guaranteed shot. So that's almost as good as being Amine. You know, Amine can score at will. Well, you can dunk at fucking will. It's a skill. In basketball. It's also a skill in ping pong. They favor taller players. I don't know why, but it does. It's different. It's volleyball. It favors taller players. If you have something, if you have something that gives you an edge, consider it a skill. Okay, I love the scene when you see Kisei watching Kagami try to get in the zone. You could tell he knows. Yup, he does know. All the Generation Miracles, all of them knew. Kisei was actually trying to help him get into the zone. East Blue Drew, he says and I think in my last video you said you don't like the way they put basketball players. I don't get that so far because as of right now, if you're talking about from this point before, they really don't portray female basketball players any type of way. They only show really one. Not only that, I can see you saying that they don't show enough of them. But this is a men's basketball games. I mean, basketball manga or in /anime. So you know what I'm saying. But they show one. She might be a damn pedophile, but that don't mean they all are. Now, if you're talking about, if you're spoiling me and saying that, you know, there's going to be a bunch more that's going to show up and they all going to act the same, then you have a point, but then that would be a spoiler and I would, you know, have to block you. No, I'm just joking. I wouldn't block you, but yeah, just because one person does it, that means shit. That means absolutely shit. That's just that one person. Okay, I get to get in the zone. You gotta love the game. Really, I'd be going into that shit every game. Okay, he's good. Okay, that dunk from free throw line was so. He didn't dunk it. He threw the shit in like this. He said, "Ah," and threw it over top of Murasaki Bar. It was nice. Can't lie. Okay, please. Okay, I don't know. Murasaki Bar is good. Plus, he really values his height due to his skill, but sometimes he douche or whatever. He's a motherfucker. Okay. Oh well. That's how you're supposed to do it. If you have height, use that to your advantage. You have to use everything to your advantage. If you're fast, use that to your advantage. If you're tall, use that to your advantage. Use everything to your advantage. If you're big, use that to your advantage. Look at Tepe. Like, are you saying him, you know, holding the ball like that, being able to palm it like that is not a skill? What you call him was but I knew Murasaki Bar should have been able to do it because he's bigger than him. So his hand should at least be the same size or bigger. Anyway, he's able to grab the ball, palm it, wait, see, he'll go up for a shot, then see that you coming up. So then he'll say, you know what? I'll pass or whatever. That's a skill. And all he's doing is palming the ball. Anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe. And I know this shit is fucking up because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broken. You got the power to change that. This shit is fucking up. Hold on.